evening, everybody. Right, okay, there's no time for chit-chat here, folks. This is a very, very impromptu stream. I'm just trying to... The internet seemed a lot better the past couple of days, so I just wanted to test out whether or not my hypothesis was correct. So I've been doing a bit of an offline test stream, and it's been fine for about 50 minutes. Nothing's happened for 50 minutes. So we're going to dive in, we're going to stream this game to a finish. I'm going out a bit later, about 8 o'clock-ish, so I can't play for too long. So it's just a bit of a short test stream, that's all it is really. See if we can finish this game at the same time. And if it all goes smoothly, between now and about sort of 8 o'clock-ish, that will mean that I've been streaming for 2 hours with no internet drop. So I might chance it and start playing some Mass Effect. Anyway, let's go, let's dive in. Calvina's got to take a trip to the bastard city again. Finish the game in 2 hours. It's not even 2 hours, it's 1 hour. It's now 7 o'clock. I've got until 8. I've got an hour. Give me a second. Okay, is that better? Just turn my game sound down. That should be a bit better. Right, onwards we go. We've just made... Where are we? Ironhearth, yes. We have just made... What's his face? Old Ash. Bend the knee. So we are going to report our findings to the Archon of Justice, which I don't think is going to end too well, to be honest with you, but hey, here we are. Here we are. How is the internet? Well, the internet's been okay. Touch wood. For the past 50 minutes. It's been fine all day. I mean, I haven't been on it all day because I've been out, but yesterday and the day before, doesn't seem to be too bad. So we'll see. We'll see. Now that we're live, this is where it'll start to kick off on me. Right, I should probably have rested with Calvina, but hey, she's that confident that she's just strolled in, battered and bruised. Okay, here we go. Important conversation time. I have a theory about Kairos's identity. Okay, well, keep your theories to yourself. For now, we're almost finished. Okay. We seem to be one fate binder missing. We seem to be one fate binder short of a picnic. What's going on here? Old verse. Yeah, she's really lagged behind, hasn't she? I mean, I've got enough money to train her up a little bit, but yeah, we'll be fine. With Calvina's magic flying about, you know what I mean? We'll be fine. Try and keep Ash on a short leash. I think the old man likes knowing his constraints, and no one else sets limitations more efficiently than Kairos, but I think you'll manage. I have my doubts that the voices under Rat is dead. That just seems like something he would have planned for a long time ago. You sure you got the right Archon? Yes. We're sure. Whenever he rears his ugly head in the future, we shall be ready. Okay, the doors are shut. What's going on here? How am I supposed to communicate with the doors closed? Hello, Shelley. If you must hold on to Ash, keep him in line. Just remember that you are the third master to whom he's sworn his life and fealty. Better for all our sakes that the voices in the Rat left this world. I always thought that Kairos used him to thin the herd, and that anyone in the hierarchy was fair game. Speculation, of course. No, I don't have any questions to untangle, thank you.
With that unpleasant business out of the way, we change course to another serious matter.
Oh dear.
One that puts into question your conduct as a member of Kairos's loyal followers.
Question? Oh dear. Question, you say? What question?
You have made quite a name for yourself, Fatebinder. Stories of your deeds have spread through the tiers, and all of them have reached this court. Some actions have consequences. We will see what your actions have wrought.
Oh dear. This doesn't sound promising, folks. This doesn't sound promising. We perhaps have strayed over the line a little bit. I mean, yes, well, these things happen when you get a bit of power behind you, don't they?
The court has its own charges to present and invites you to answer for yourself.
This is an outrage! My weekend has been pretty decent. Had a barbecue yesterday. Just a kind of a very small private affair, really. There's only two of us. And, yeah, played some football today. It's been alright. Am I on trial here?
Yes,
Oh.
and I would ready yourself to form a defense, because your testimony could augur your doom.
Well, Calvina has been the queen of the loophole, so if there was ever a time for a loophole or two to come rushing to her defense, she better find one.
The trial begins now. I recommend that you treat these moments with deserving gravity, as they might be your last. Don't attempt to lie or evade answers. I will judge you in the objective eyes of our overlord. Is that understood?
Yes, Your Honor, yes. Oh, she's going to get herself into so much trouble, isn't she? Calvina, please.
At least your civility remains intact.
My civility has always remained intact. I thank you.
You are on trial for transgressing on the Overlord's authority, breaking the laws of the Empire, bringing mayhem to an otherwise orderly conquest, and meddling in concerns that fell beyond your station. Our directive to bring Kairos' peace to the tiers has suffered, and you will answer for the part you play.
Excuse me. What? Breaking mayhem? My foot! I've restored order here. Bringing bloody mayhem. What an insult. If you don't mind, Adjudicator, we are on familiar terms with the Fatebinder here. Should any inconsistencies require our input, we will add our voices as testimony. Oh, will you now, Calio? Oh, I see how it is. Oh, yes, very good. You were swearing fealty to me not so long ago.
The court has inquiries into your conduct.
Oh, inquire away.
I first call your travel companions to speak on your behalf as witnesses to your character or accomplices to your crimes.
Dear. Calvina trying her best to shoot them scathing looks as if to say, you make sure your stories tell the right tale.
Who will speak on behalf of the Fatebinder? The ironclad commander will step forward, if indeed he has the strength to walk.
We've got good favour with them all, surely. We've treated them as equals.
You want me to speak, Adjudicator?
Oh, he sounds a bit nervous. Hey, just calm yourself, Barry. Calm yourself. There's no reason to be fearful here. Just speak the truth. Speak the truth.
I've been treated with fairness and respect.
Yes.
As fine as anything the Legion ever gave me.
Of course.
The Fatebinder trusts my counsel. I've never seen a finer, more upstanding member of the court.
Indeed, Barricade. I could not have spoken so true myself.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf?
Come on, Lantry. Come on.
Scarlet Fury,
Verse.
you who sacrificed your old life for this one, step forward.
Me? As if the likes of me has any business speaking in a grand hall before the Archon. Why, I've murdered enough folk to stack their bodies up to the podium 10 times over. Your Honor. The Fatebinder and I get along like a couple of cats. We scratch here and there, but there's respect to be had. Sometimes I think we agree on too much, but can't fight everyone. I suppose I've had worse bosses, and I suppose I've had better friends. But this one's something special. I've killed for her, and I'd do it again.
Well, I think that's as good a testimony as you're going to get out of verse. Very good, very good.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf?
Come on, Calvina giving Lantry a bit of a shove forward. Come on, Lantry. You're the wise one here. You use your honeyed words now. Come on.
Let the aged chronicler step forward.
If it may please the court, I will speak true.
Good job we didn't bring the beast woman. yes. Just leave out the bit where we butchered an entire beast tribe. Yeah, leave that bit out. Leave that bit aside. And the bit where we've taken the Burning Library Sacred Scroll. Yeah, forget about that as well.
I have had the honor and privilege of shadowing the Archon. A dream come true for someone so eager to witness history in the unfolding. I can say, with conviction, I am following greatness.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. Bring tears to my eyes. And, if required, I could produce my travel log to back my claims. I have noted the good with the bad, and I think you'll find the Archon has been a force of order and balance. Exactly what you should want from a Fatebinder.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf?
Oh, I bet Callio's gonna chirp up, isn't she? Oh, maybe not. Fine. Right, okay. It's time for me to give my testimony. You resolved Kairos' Edict of Storms with a legal contrivance. What's more, you spared Stalwart's ruling bloodline, circumventing the Edict's very purpose. Did you think the Overlord's fury was a riddle for you to unravel? Yes, what about that little slight loophole that we found? The edict was... that's a bit harsh, that one, isn't it? It's not my edict. Yes, Kairos' intention was not for the edict to last forever. And I ended it in the way I saw most fit. No, indeed, but there were conditions to be met, and you cheated them. Oh, well, that's a bit of a strong word, cheat, isn't it, really? You subverted the Overlord's will to suit your design. That cannot be tolerated. You entered the old walls, a clear violation of Kairos' law. How do you answer for this perversion of justice? Do you think yourself above the law? No, of course not. We needed to go in there to bloody sort things out. Yes. Circumstance took me there. Not greed. As I said, I was required to enter to get things done in order to bring peace to the realm. This may bear further investigation, but the time for that has passed. I'm willing to believe that your actions in the Tears took you to these forbidden places, and you saw no other option. This does not change the immutability of Kairos' law. Ever since you arrived at the Tears, you have proven stubbornly tight-lipped. Your speech is often stilled as if by some great terror or apprehension. Can you even answer for this anomaly, or are you too simple to manage it? Tight-lipped? Well, tight-lipped. I'm not a mute. I speak when I need to speak. I'm the strong, quiet type. Yes. In my dispensation of justice, I find it most useful to let others do the talking while I observe and allow them to incriminate themselves. Yes, very good. Yeah. That is a better justification than I had suspected. Thank you for satisfying my curiosity.
I have one final question, Fatebinder. You were brought to this campaign to adjudicate the disagreements between the two armies. After your arrival, matters quickly escalated into a civil war.
Not my fault.
Did you knowingly join the conquest of the Tears to sow discord in your wake? Or were you merely a victim of circumstance?
What a stupid question. We were brought in to do a job. The things had hit the fan long before we arrived. So tempting. So tempting. It's one of these two. Yes. Yeah, we recognised the Archon's corruption from the start, particularly the voices, if there aren't. Yes. It's only a matter of time before they turned on each other, and I was prepared for that eventuality.
If you anticipated a failure on this scale, you should have informed me.
Maybe so.
Or else work to avoid it rather than pit combatants against each other.
Pit anybody against each other. I mean, I feel like this is a bit twisted, really, to be quite honest with you. I don't think we've done a great deal wrong, to be frank. We were brought in to gather evidence, and exactly what we've bloody well done.
I am finished with my line of questioning. Have you any closing remarks for the court?
Closing remarks, right, let's make it a good one, shall we? Kairos' piece is a lie! Wow. I mean, it's a bit strong, that, isn't it? It's a bit strong. I am the Overlord now. No, not at all, not at all. Okay, we'll continue. We've done it for the entire campaign. Why change now? You know, speak the words that need to be spoken, even though perhaps the meaning behind them isn't quite so true. But we just want to ensure that they hear what they need to hear. Yes, indeed. I have strived to bring peace and order to this shattered region. It's an uphill struggle, but it is well worth the fight.
The way you frame it, the conquest sounds like a matter of true personal investment. Most curious.
Curious indeed.
After weighing the charges, this court finds you...
guilty.
innocent.
Hey!
Against all reason or expectation, I find you innocent.
Of course.
Your testimony was sufficient to justify your deeds, your self-appointed authority, and your undermining of Kairos' law.
Of course.
I can hardly believe it myself.
Well, you see, this is the way of things. Oh, he's raising his trembling hand to his mask. Is he taking his mask off? Adjudicator, are you unwell? Leave him. I want to see how this plays out. Oh dear.
Archon, your presentation in the court today has shaken many of my core beliefs.
Oh.
Things I held sacred under Kairos' law are now uncertain.
Well, join me and I can enlighten your path to them. I can show you the way. Calvina's determined to gather her harem of Archons.
I once thought that Kairos was the sole overlord. The notion of rising to her echelon of power and influence wasn't a concept that existed for me, for anyone. You have proven her wrong. What's more, you understand justice and law better than she ever did.
Oh, wow.
Better than even.
Better than even.
I am willing to accept you as my new sovereign.
Oh,
Have me.
well. Another one joins the ranks. Oh, I like this. Yes, for a new empire. Another vassal to add to my collection. I accept, Tunan, I accept. Of course, together we shall rewrite the law and lay the groundwork for a new empire, a new future. Yes.
My gavel and my justice are yours. I will execute your laws as you draft them, show mercy as you see fit, and bring to ruin all who would reject you.
Oh my gosh, right, okay. The Overlord's not going to be happy bunny, is she? Where's Blood and Mark? Come on, I know you're coming. Here you are. Here he comes. Silently, Blood and Mark seeps from the shadows. He glides forward, palming 2 black-bladed daggers as his eyes dart between you and Tunen.
Adjudicator, kid.
He's going to have to address me a little bit better than this in the future.
Allow this blade to cut to the point. I have an objection, or two.
Oh, an ejection. Twirls his daggers, fingers moving deftly in and out of shadow, the movement nearly hypnotic and wholly blurred, and all the while his brightly burning eyes bore into yours. Titter nervously. We're far from nervous. Okay, so this is not going to end peacefully. I don't like this. I want to ask him what the problem is, but I don't like the way it's framed here. Yes, really? He smiles pleasantly, teeth gleaming in the darkness. It's been on since for about 20 minutes.
Look, it's not like I have a grudge against you. I just can't let you live on Kairos' orders. I'm sure you understand.
I see. I see. I see. I can see you've been... Yeah, to be quite honest... Oh. Is there a way to swing this one? I wonder. I wonder. Tunen was the one that interested us most. We couldn't care less too much about this chap. How far would we go to try and persuade him? I don't think we'd be able to convince this guy. We've got quite a lot of favour with him, though. Okay, we'll ask the question. Ask him why he won't bend the knee. Like Tunen has just done.
I would not so readily hand my leash to another. Really? Did you think I would allow myself to be used by someone like you? That you could send me to strike at the Overlord? No. I would feel your blood pool beneath my feet first.
Really?
It would appear the court headsman is determined to make his stand. Under normal circumstances, I would curb this behavior with a swift execution. However, we have long since abandoned normalcy. There will be a trial by combat then. Blood and Mark's claim against your own. Justice will win out. And the will of the true Overlord will be evident for the living to witness. You may begin when ready, Archon.
Oh, this almost sounds like we're pleading with him, to be quite honest with you. If he wants to have a trial by combat, then we shall have a trial by combat. It's simple as that. Fine. I guess you leave me no choice. Without further word or warning, the Archon of Shadows dissipates into darkness. The lights of the room flicker and dim as he surges forward and attack.
Your trial begins anew, Archon. Prepare to defend your title, your innocence,
I need to save
and
it.
your very life.
I need to save it. Can I not save it? Oh, balls. He's got me here. He's got me in a pickle. Okay, we've saved it. Defeat Blood and Mark. Right, okay. This is obviously not going to be easy, but we'll see what happens. Go, Barrick! Calvina, run! We can't see him. What's going on here? Whoa, whoa, whoa! There's no need for this. We need to actually get him still as possible here. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, let's see if we can stun him with or daze him with this.
Will do.
Okay, Lantry is the target here. This is not what we need to be happening. Calvina's portrait is perfect. I know, I love it. When it was a custom portrait. As soon as I found it, I was like, that is going to be my character. She is perfect. Okay. Let's, can we make him prone, do we reckon? Let's hope so.
I got it.
Oh, Lantry needs to get out of there. Lantry.
What I hit doesn't.
Right, heal yourself. Heal yourself.
As you command.
I did not see that coming.
Let's just absolutely go to town on him as best we can here. Rolling boulders.
Bastard, aren't you?
Hey, he's gone behind us. Lantry, pull back. Calvin. Oh, we've got... What's this? What's going on? Oh, boy. Right, we're going to need a mega heal here. Mega healage. We're going to need mega heals. Where's the big heal? Oh, he's already used it. Okay. Well, we'll leave him to crack on. He's usually quite self-competent. Okay, we're going to do some healing wisps here. Healing wisps. Jesus, what? They're doing all kinds of damage here. Let's take these down one at a time.
Right.
Oh boy. Right, let's just pop some nice potions here. Just pop some nice potions. Just keep everybody potioned up here. Just keep everybody potioned up. Until Barrett can come back to us. Until Lantry can come back to us, sorry. Right. Creatures of Darkness. Okay, that's good. We've got one Creature of Darkness down, that's fine. Let's go for the others. Let's just get the ads down. Barrick is fine for now.
I got it.
Nice. Not you. Oh, no. Do you? No. Don't be distracted. No. Just pull back for a second. Oh, come on. Good. Right, back again.
Nice one, kid.
Stop calling me kid.
Teach an old dog new tricks.
Calvina now laying into him with all her might. All her magical might here. Spells are bound. Spells are flying. Okay, same again. Same again. No. Barrick, keep on the big man. Keep on the big man. Everybody else pull back. Okay, let's go fire. I love it. Come on, next. Oh, suspended. The hell is that? What's going on? Shadows?
Now that was satisfying.
Whoa.
Doesn't.
Oh, more suspension. Whoa! What is he doing? It's okay. It's okay. Just be patient, guys.
Filthy hands off me!
Get your filthy hands off me. Too right.
How did I miss that?
Right, come on. We need to get him down again. Right, here we go again. Bombard him with spells again.
Squirrely bastard, aren't you?
New dent!
Calvina, it's down on you, love. You're the only one that's on the floor at the minute. Come on. Come on.
Nice one, kid.
Damn my eyes!
Oh, we got him. Have you got him? Oh, we got him. Golden glaring eyes wide with surprise. The Archon tumbles to the ground, coughing blood as dark as the shadows that billow and ebb around him. He clutches at his shattered ribs and grins.
Look at you. The surprise of a lifetime.
He gasps, drowning as his lungs fill with blood. The light in his eye dims as his pupils seep blackness, expanding to fill the whole of his eyes. A look of meaning passes between you, his fingers digging into the ground.
Don't die too easily. Won't look good for me. This brightness is blinding.
Master, if you'll join me upstairs, I will pledge fealty to you in the lawful manner.
Oh, well, yes. If you just don't mind, give me 2 minutes, please. Then I've just had a bit of a set to, you know. Just sweating a little bit. Oh, goodness me. Your power has increased. Don't mind if we take a few trinkets, do you? Bindings of shadows, masterwork, heavy iron gauntlets. Yes, I'll take those. Add them to my collection.
Will do.
Is that everything? I think so. Okay, here we go.
Archon, change has come to the Tears, and in time it will reach the Empire itself. You are the agent of that change, and even I could not have predicted what impossible heights you would reach. The time has come to take up the gavel and usher in a new age of structure and law to the Tears.
Oh, look at this. I don't
You will henceforth define justice for the rest of us. I will follow your lead and endeavor to follow your design.
Your loyalty and confidence are most appreciated.
As the ruling Archon of the Tears, I submit to your authority and thank you for bringing order out of chaos. Go and represent the strength of law. Be the example the Tears require, the force that keeps them together, and the hope for their future under one rule.
Oh, I love this music.
Let your justice know no mercy but that which you impose. Civilization itself will bend according to your design. Never forget this.
Final judgment.
I am grateful to stand in your loyal service, Archon. But there is a shadow over these proceedings.
Oh, there's always a shadow, isn't there? There's always a shadow. Wherever there is a sun, there shall be cast a shadow. What is it? He regards you, suddenly fearful. Not of us, probably, of whatever this shadow is. Kairos is the shadow, is it?
Though you have proven yourself greater than the other Archons, Kairos is not satisfied. She sends a legion of expert soldiers marching on the tiers as we speak, their war songs calling for your death.
I see. I see. And what would you recommend?
Power begets power. A demonstration aimed at Kairos herself would give her a reason to regroup and consider her options. It would have to be a display of incredible proportions.
Incredible proportions. Perhaps an edict proclaimed on the Northern Empire should do the trick.
Yes.
Yes.
Destruction on that scale might serve your purpose. The North will tremble under your forceful hand. Return to the mountain spire and see your will given shape and consequence. Oh, no. Show Kairos the face of true power.
It seems a bit harsh to wrought destruction, but hey ho, we might as well go the whole bloody hog. Jesus. War of the Overlords. Return to your spire. Issue an edict to repel the armies of the Northern Kingdom. Hey, it's self-defense. Self-defense, mate. Self-defense. Yeah, this is now. We've had Archon versus Archon. This is now Overlord versus Overlord. War of the Edicts. I feel there should be a second game. The end game is close. The end game is here. Was I just clear my throat? Issue an edict. Boom. Issue an edict upon the Northern Kingdom. Oh God, Calvina, could be far too proficient at this. The waves of energy radiating from the spire draw you forward, pressing your body and mind to its eager embrace. At the centre of this tide, the resonator stands ready to broadcast your voice, echoing your commandments to the farthest reaches of the tiers and beyond. From here, the highest point in all the peninsula, you could, with the sum total of your effort, project your will far north, past the edges of the tiers, and proclaim your edict as far as the lands of the Northern Empire. Affirm your loyalty to Kairos. I think we're past that little dance now, aren't we? I think Calvina's intentions are clear for all to see at this point. We've done Kairos's work for many a month. We're beyond that now. You ready for this upcoming war, she says to her companions? Could be a tough one. So this is it. We've come a long way since Edgering Ruins. Before this, I was nothing important. One Scarlet Chorus killer among thousands. But we're really doing something here? Thanks for letting me tag along. Opportunity. I can feel it like a coaxing breeze. Not since Graven Ash stood against Kairos has anyone made such a dent in the Overlord's defences. It has been an honour serving at your side. Come what may, I'm ready to face it. Following your progress has been, well, one of the great pleasures of my career. You've shown yourself to be something greater than even I expected. Yet rather self-indulgent fantasies have been the primary authority on the world's most fascinating figure. I'm eager to see wherever this takes us, my friend. Yes. If I don't show Kairos my ability to cast the edict is more than a one-time thing, the attacks will never stop. It's about time Kairos samples my true power. Another edict to plague us, Calvina. The world has seen enough of these horrors visited upon its people, but I agree that nothing less will tip the scales. Have at it then. The spire awaits your command. Select a region. So where are we laying this? Where are we laying this bad boy? Select a region to view its current edict or to issue a new one. The Northern Empire. Fire. Stone. Storm. What are these two? Oh, I wish I'd have got these two. Well, we've always been about a bit of the old flame. We like a bit of fire. Let's stick with what we know best. Although actually we cast an edict to fire last time. We don't want to be known as a one-trick pony, do we? We're trying to give a message to Kairos here. So no, change of plan. An edict to storms. Yeah.
The Tears have been conquered, unified at last under a single banner. Your edict brings devastation and ruin to the Northern Empire. Some believe the edict to be Kairos' work. Others hope, or fear, that this edict comes from a new voice. Kairos' forces withdraw from their march upon the Tears, as they are sent into disarray by your edict. You have brought order to the Tears, uniting the realms with the disfavored Legion, enforcing your will. The Overlord's conquest of the known world has come to a halt, and the whisper of a challenger to Kairos' power slowly spreads throughout the land.
Oh. A challenger to the Overlord. Casting the Edict of Storms wreaks havoc on the northern capital. The winds whip in a sudden frenzy and toss unsuspecting citizens through the air, dashing them back down in the rubble of level buildings. Temporary settlements taking refugees fleeing the devastation from the now uninhabitable city. Survivors all ask the same question. Why did the Overlord allow this to happen? As chaos ensued in the Northern Kingdom, the armies marching on the Tears received an unprecedented order. The armies were to fall back to the capital and ensure the safety of its people from the edict. For the first time in Kairos' great conquest, the armies retreated. Soon questions would be asked in a hushed breath across the lands about what new and terrible power had emerged that could force the hand of the Overlord. You fulfill Kairos' decree, and all the Tears is now ruled by a single Archon. Your former rivals have either submitted to you or perished, bringing the civil war to a close. The Scarlet Chorus may have been mighty in numbers, but that didn't stop you from thoroughly scattering them, cutting off the serpent's head and sending each of the gangs howling back to the chaos they sowed. How the remnants of the Horde occupy themselves without a war to fight becomes a topic for nightmares. It was thought the disfavoured would never rally under another general, but by enlisting Graven Ash to your cause, you managed the next best thing, controlling the Archon to harness the strength of the Northern Empire. You reorganised their old-fashioned regiments with a new chain of command, placing yourself at its highest authority. The Legion's victories spread beyond count, and your soldiers train hard, preparing for the retaliation to come. Under your guidance, those who resisted the conquest and sowed discontent are vanquished. Their rebellion brought to a decisive end. Any lingering question of who is true ruler of the Tears is answered by your impact on the reconstructed nation. Word of your success spreads beyond the Tears as well. Even the most distant corners of the Empire whisper of the Fatebinder who rose to become an Archon, and an Archon whose intervention shattered the conquest, making way for a new future in the devastated nation. Uniting the tiers under the banner of the disfavoured was never your directive, and yet you performed it admirably, consolidating the Overlord's forces under your rule and grooming the tiers for their place in a new order. The same people who once hurled curses across a siege soon learned to think of themselves as part of a greater whole extending beyond their most modest borders. With the Edict of Stone dispelled, the earth around the Stone Sea finally settles, leading everyone to believe the realm of Azure will return to its former glory. But the ritual used to end the edict blighted the land to such a degree that nothing will grow, no matter how hard anyone tries. With determination, some are able to start small seedlings, but nothing ever comes of it. That was our fault, but hey. The memory of Cairn as a great force of destruction remains as a monument of the inert rock. Most agree that the world is better off without the Archon of Stone, as the people of Azure begin to slowly reclaim the land that was once torn asunder by his power. As the strongest and oldest of their kind, the death of the Stone Stalkers is a blow to the peaceable culture. Their demise also brings centuries of oral traditions to an abrupt end. The local tribes never recover from the terrible loss. I don't know what they're talking about. With Cairn's essence preserved and the lands of Azure permanently blighted, the Earthshakers return to the disfavoured. While their reputation isn't what it used to be, their success in dealing such a decisive blow to the Scarlet Chorus by removing their main source of food has earned back the respect of the Legion. The Earthshakers are accepted back into the ranks of the disfavoured, once again becoming part of the army that helped subdue the Tiers. With the Unbroken all but destroyed, the former citizens of Stalwart threaten to slide into lawlessness. Kairos' forces stationed at Sentinel Stand managed to quell the worst of the uprisings, but peace under the nation's new leadership is resisted at every turn. Amelia returns to Graven Ash's fort at Ironhearth with her baby, the former heir of Stalwart. Her presence brings unease to the disfavoured, who don't know what to make of a circumstantial traitor. How she navigates the future you impose on Taratus will be her decision. Though it takes time to recover from the devastation of the Edict of Storms, the Blade Grave begins its slow march toward healing. The realm of Stalwart may never resemble its former glory, but the land is not so blasted that something new and better can't be built atop the bones of the past. The Regent bloodline has ended, with it new traditions and legacies spring to life. You eliminated the Scarlet Chorus that plagued the disfavoured troops at the Vellum Citadel, cutting a path through them all the way to the Silent Archive. Instead of destroying it as Graven Ash wanted, you chose to keep it for yourself, realising the knowledge contained in the scroll was far more useful in your hands. By taking the Silent Archive from its pedestal and disrupting the preservation spell holding the Vellum Citadel in stasis, you caused the collapse of the single largest repository of knowledge in Taratus. The world may never know the true extent of the loss. The sages are all but wiped from the Tiers. What remains of their hoarded knowledge is vulnerable, as likely to be misused as destroyed. The damage done to the intellectual core of the region is likely beyond reversal. Though small groups of would-be scholars gain influence from time to time, this setback is ultimately too vast to overcome. Without your help, the small garrison of Kairos' forces is easily overwhelmed by the Bronze Brotherhood, who are intent on taking the settlement back. It flounders under the control of the Bronze Brotherhood, and what was once a thriving centre of commerce for the Tiers quickly develops into a lawless town, prowled by mercenaries and thugs. That's Vendrian's Well, isn't it? By enacting the Edict on Vendrian's Well, you announced your power to the world and showed Kairos' forces what you were capable of. When you defeated their leader and scattered the army before you, it sent the message to Kairos. A new Archon is in town. While the edict dissipated, its effects will always be felt as the first true threat to Kairos' rule. Graven Ash continues to lead the disfavoured, this time bowing to your superior command. At first, the old general balks at your instructions, but in time he grows to trust your judgment without question. Working together, you bring much-needed order to the lawless Tiers. Killing the voices of the rat spreads the joy of bloody vengeance across the continent. Celebrated as the death of history's greatest parasite, the occasion is marked by all who suffered under the oppression of the Scarlet Chorus. Even in victory, one thought nags you. Though you witnessed his death, you can't help but wonder if the voices of the rat is done with you. Tunan the Adjudicator continues to dispense justice from his seat in the Bastard City. He follows the laws you craft to the letter, advising on any of the meticulous changes you will lack the time or the patience to draft. Without his aid, the task of keeping order in the tiers would be nigh impossible. The death of Bled and Mark deprived the world of a most capable murderer. One less bedtime story to scare children is no significant loss, though you can't help but glance at the dark corners of every room and feel as if something is watching you. Bled and Mark will always cast a long shadow on your life. Hardly. Not content to enjoy the fruits of victory, Barrick positions himself among the rank and file of your supporters, organising troops around their strengths and making sure each pulls their weight. His armour clings to him as doggedly as ever, though he wears it with a straighter back and lighter step than he did before. A team of loyal camp followers polish his plates to a respectable sheen each morning, and the smell that escapes his visor is notably improved. Medals of valour decorate his breastplate, and adoring supporters drape garlands of flowers about his pauldrons. Life is good for the towering soldier. First finds herself adrift in the relative peace that follows your conquest. She returns to the field and seeks out young women from rural communities, imparting her fighting skills to only the most passionate. Over the course of many apprentices, she follows the voices of Narak's example and forms a personal army, the Callous Sisterhood. Verse proves to be a strict teacher, and you hire her services often, confident that she'll take any assignment where there's blood to be spilled. Lantry keeps a close watch over you, scribbling his account of your deeds and accomplishments. In his tireless quest to fill the chronicle with history and knowledge, he follows you even into his twilight years, and together you learn much about the world. You pretend not to notice Lantry's waning strength, though you find yourself pausing mid-sentence to let his writing catch up. He recognises your generous ruse and appreciates it in silence. Exhausted from the fighting, Ebb shifts her focus to the broken school of Tiecasters. She recruits as many talented students as possible, but apprentices are difficult to find in the tense post-war tiers. The few who are drawn to her teachings show promise, and Ebb has little doubt that the Tiecasters can return to their former strength in less than a decade or two. The going will be hard for some time, though. With no desire to remain in the company of humans, Kills in Shadow returns to the wilderness and seeks her own kind. She discovers a haggard community of beastmen who abandoned the realms of Haven and Azure only to be enslaved by Kairos' forces. Out of this rabble of defectors, she forges a tribe, their nomadic ways respecting no established border or law. They raid villages and caravans when possible, glutting on the spoils and boasting of their severed ties with the human world. Though a large bounty follows in the tribe's wake, no human can survive the hunt for its leader. Cyrene grows quiet over time, speaking little and foregoing her songs as she distances herself from your military. One day she simply walks out of camp and makes for the wilderness of the Tiers. Rumours reach your ear that she has occupied an abandoned mountainside temple, her vow of silence drawing a small group of respectful followers. You leave her in peace. Though you have professed loyalty to Kairos, popular belief holds that the world cannot support two overlords, and you now represent a threat to established order. This leaves your future in question, but with one certainty: when Kairos retaliates, you will be ready. From your perch atop the ancient spire, you can see hints of the Northern Empire just beyond the mountains. At your command, horns shout a triumphant cry across the valley, heralding the end of one long campaign and the beginning of another. 16 times credits, baby. 32 times credits. Jesus. Okay, well there you go, folks. There's the credits. Flying off. Right. I get the feeling that this game was probably supposed to be more than a one-parter, judging by the ending, because obviously we've kind of just like got to the stage where we've risen up to challenge the Overlord, and that's the end of the game, with no sequel to draw upon. So it does kind of leave it a bit flat, doesn't it? We've got to this pivotal point. We've got two Archons swearing fealty to us. It almost feels like we want to bask in that power and use that power and move even further forward, but hey, looks like we'll never get there. But you never know. Stranger things have happened. Right, I can't blather on for too long because like I said I'm going out at 8 o'clock, so it's now 56 minutes past. But just want to say I've really enjoyed this. It's quite kind of a bit of a dumbed down kind of Pillars of Eternity in some respects in terms of the actual game mechanics. A bit more simplistic with the smaller party, much more simplistic leveling up system and stuff. But it was fun. I quite enjoyed it. The story was really interesting, an interesting concept of technically playing the bad people. And my aim for doing this really was to finish the game, because I tried and started and tried to finish it about 3 times off camera and I couldn't do it. So I'm just really glad that I've managed to finish it. I can tick it off my list and put it to bed. There's only one more game on my list that I want to finish that I've never finished, and that's Fallout 4. I really want to finish that. Somehow, some way, I want to finish Fallout 4. I'll have to put my thinking cap on with that one. But anyway, thank you for watching, those of you that have. Thank you for joining me for the stream this evening. And look at that. I think I've got internet stability this evening. I've been streaming for now 2 hours, because I streamed for an hour before this, off camera, just test streaming. And very, 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 very minimal drops. So that's a good start. So fingers crossed and touch wood. Next week I'm very busy. Can't stream at all next week. My friend's wedding, so going to be very busy. So the week after, fingers crossed the internet stays as it is now, and then we can dive into Mass Effect 2 Remastered as our next stream series. So anyway, I'm going to go and dash and get ready. Going out now, so thanks once again. Enjoy your weeks. I'm going to enjoy mine. I'm off for a week. I'm off work for a week, so it's going to be fantastic. Hopefully the weather stays good. But yeah, have a good one. Thank you for watching. And until next time, I'll see you soon.